welcome to Magic Feather Production. Today I am making some props and some armor. Not bark armor, because I'm on the works with that. I went to Michael's and got some Warbler. Now before I used Warbler, I used styrene plastic. This is styrene plastic. This is very thin plastic that you do the exact same thing with Warbler. You dip and you bend it. But I have something a lot better and a lot denser that I think will make even better armor. Warbler tile. Rough, I like that rough edge right there. And then it has a sleek, tile-like edge. This stuff is like styrene on steroids. There's a downside to this though. You might need to get 2 heat guns and some patience because this stuff is thick. But still, look, it bends. I want to find out which one will be best during combat. Not just airsoft. We're going to use the bow too. This is Henry the Head. Say hello, Henry. He's a bit shy. So we know the materials of what we're going to use, but what about the weapons? German Hans Holo Blaster. Pump action pellet rifle. My walnut slingshot. Some melee tactics. Yes, we're going to use my double-edged sword. So we're going to use the weakest link. So I can see some indents. They're very bleak. You can't see them in the sun, but there's one right here. If you can see it, that would be amazing. So this is actually pretty good for airsoft, but is it good enough for this? Okay, you can see the indent. It's right there. And that was a steel ball. I think the reason why it's flexible and that's why it's absorbing the hit. Now the pellet rifle. So I wouldn't recommend using this for pellet rifle protection, even though I have no idea why you would want to get shot with a pellet rifle. What's wrong with you? Next up, Warbler tile, box cannon. 2 scratches. Can you see? 1, 2. No penetration, but it had a harder effect because it's a steel ball. What do you think? Pump action pellet rifle. Look at that. No, that's not a puncture. That's crazy. And I pumped it up to like 7, 10 times. That stuff is really good. But I'm not going to stop there. That's why I have this. So Henry the Head was once protected again from damage. You could see the indent in the scratch, but it didn't go through. This stuff is pretty dense and it's actually pretty light. So I might get some more of this and I might turn it into some armor. So I'm going to warn you all not to do this, please. I have experience and I have my seeing eyeglass protectors. It's still hanging on. So I'm not surprised that this cut in a nice clean manner. Look at that. No jagged edges. Now I said I would use my bow, but Warbler seems to be the most dense. But it's a bow. It's a 60-pound bow. What do you think is gonna happen to this? Look at that. This is ruined. This is fiberglass, and it cracked it. Another one ruined. But I can easily fix that with some epoxy and maybe some heat shrink tubing, because I'm that cheap. What would you use to protect yourself from easygoing things like this? Warbler, obviously. It took so much damage so well. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and
first try.
I'll see you later.